Buenos dias con ustedes todo y bienvenidos. Today, I'm walking you through the streets of Zamboanga, my hometown. We explore how this once bustling city center is changing or fading, with stories of old buildings, lost memories, and a shift in identity. This walk reveals more than just streets. It uncovers the past of many of us grew up with, and maybe a few chismes on the side. Downtown Zamboanga, or we locally call as Pueblo, once the heart of the city, now slowly fading into silence. But what really happened here? Let's take a look, and maybe you'll see why this place doesn't feel like home anymore. If you're from Zamboanga or curious about Philippines' provincial cities, this is for you. This is not just another tour video, it's personal. And maybe along the way, you'll remember a piece of your own past too. We begin this walk at the iconic Zamboanga City Hall, the very heart of the city. Look at that stretch, that beautiful old Spanish style architecture. Beautiful, isn't it? Spanish inspired architecture perfectly Instagrammable, pero walang filter needed. These walls have seen revolutions, parades, and countless Zamboangueño stories. This place isn't just old, it's legendary. I'll be posting a separate video about the city hall and its beautiful vicinity. We're crossing the street towards Philippine National Bank, a special place for me. My dad used to work there as a legal counselor. And just down the street, that leads to Zamboanga Port, a lifeline for trade, stories, and memories, where goods come in and chismis goes out. Facing City Hall is Rizal Park. You can almost imagine cabezas rolling down this road. It feels like a page out of the history books, minus the boring lectures. And check this out, the side of the building is still rocking the old school Spanish charm. Right across, you'll see Universidad de Zamboanga. It's a prominent educational institution here, where I used to teach. This place has seen thousands of students walk in with dreams and walk out with utang sa tuition. Some of the best minds in the region were shaped here. Welcome to Guardia Nacional, the busiest street in downtown. Or at least it used to be the beating heart of downtown. Back in the day, this was the main commercial district. If you wanted cheap clothes, pirated DVDs, or fish and fruit vendors, this is the spot. Back then, I predicted that in years, it will become very crowded, chaotic, colorful, and full of character, just like a version of Binondo or Quiapo, buzzing with business, people, and life where you could get anything here. Surprisingly, it didn't happen. Somehow, life at the Pueblo died down. Behind that building is the Zamboanga Public Market. It's exciting to see an abundance of freshly caught fish there. If you like seafood, Zamboanga has a rich variety. Do you see this vacant lot? Right there was a gorgeous colonial building, but the city demolished it. Sayang, they destroyed beauty instead of preserving it. It's a lost architecture of historical value. I really thought Guardia Nacional would boom into a mega marketplace, like malls everywhere, people shopping, food stalls, 24-hour life. I expected the department stores would merge to become a shopping mall. But nope, something changed. The city expanded. Malls, offices, and homes spread out. Sadly, the local Chinese department stores were not bold enough to advance their establishments. And now, the crowds are gone. People now go to malls or out of town for everything. It's kinda sad how quickly places lose their center. Almost every barangay in Zamboanga has its own mall or arcade. I fear Pueblo might be a sad old district someday. I used to walk these streets with 20 pesos in my pocket and big dreams in my heart. Buy ubi ice cream in a cone, sneak in a department store just to window shop. Simpler times, no credit card debt. Now, ice cream costs 50 pesos or more. You need a full time job just to afford joy. But hey, at least the memories are free. How about you? What's your favorite memory of Pueblo?
Magandang araw! Ma'am, sir, pasok po kayo. Ano man po ang hanap nyo, lahat ng yan ay 60 pesos.
I
Para lang
remember
po
when this place used to be jam packed, jeepneys fighting for space, horns blaring, traffic enforcers slowly losing their will to live. Now, look around. It's quiet, almost forgotten. Parang ghost town. No modern changes. The buildings look tired and unloved by the owner. It is like being stuck in time. Downtown doesn't feel like heritage. It feels run down. Honestly, there's not much happening here. No new shops, no trending local restos, not even a milk tea stall in sight. If you're into ghost towns with clean streets, then sure, this is your vibe. No new stores, no buzz, no must visit local restaurants. Not so inviting for visitors to come, quite honestly. But I'll say this, the streets are clean now. No basura, and that is something worth noting. Kung naghahanap ka ng posh na restaurants or a shopping mall to hang out, better luck elsewhere. Please watch my two walkthrough videos of Zamboanga's two main shopping malls, KCC and SM. The most heartbreaking change? Well, what hits different now is the sound of Pueblo. It's no longer Chavacano. Before, you'd hear Chavacano everywhere. Now, predominantly Tausug. While I love our Muslim brothers and sisters, it does feel like Chavacano is losing its identity. It's not bad, it's just different. Despite that it's the government's brand that Zamboanga City is the Latin city of Asia. It made me realize why some people in other parts of the world feel afraid of change. Its culture, identity, and home slowly shifting. When I was a student, I really thought that Zamboanga would become Visaya because it became widely spoken even until now. I love Chavacano. There's nothing like it. That is why I insist on speaking Chavacano here to keep the dialect alive. So whenever someone else speaks to me in Visaya or Tagalog, when I'm at the store or in a tricycle, I would only speak Chavacano. It feels like Zamboanga is in cultural identity crisis, and no one's quite sure who we are anymore. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised that Zamboanga will become predominantly a Tausug city. We're here at Plaza Pershing. It's another historic spot, named after an American general, because nothing says local park like naming it after a foreigner, diba? It's peaceful here, yes, but it also feels like a place waiting for something exciting to happen. Again, quiet, calm, but like the rest of the downtown, you can feel that something's missing. The spirit, maybe? I can't help to emphasize that the streets now are very clean. Look at that, no trash. Another thing I'm grateful for, it's safe to walk around now. Before, there are many begging children, but today, none, which is a huge improvement, and that's a hopeful sign. Pero also, where did everyone go? It's eerily quiet, like the city is holding its breath. This may not be a ghost town to you, but if you compare this in the 1990s, this is definitely a ghost town. This isn't just a walk through Pueblo. It's a walk through memory, identity, and maybe a little heartbreak. Zamboanga is still beautiful, but in a quiet, aging way. It deserves better, and I hope we realize that before it's too late. So, what do you remember about downtown Zamboanga? Comment below. Your favorite spot, a childhood memory, or your honest take on what it's become. Like this video if you felt even a tinge of nostalgia. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll walk more streets together, one memory at a time. This is your Samuanguinho Pasyalan signing off. Muchas gracias con este todo. Hasta otra vez.